Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Jazzy Time with your host Bailey. How is it going, everybody? So for this video, this one is day 18 of the 30 days of NAIL-O-WEEN. The next two kind of go together. They create one image. This first half we're going to do we're going to do the background, and then we're going to do Jack Skellington, and then the next one is obviously going to be Sally. But without further, I'm going to show you guys, I do have a reference photo of what it's kind of based on. I'm not doing it 100%, I'm doing it more cartoony, but I found this specific image and I liked it better because everybody kind of does the traditional, like over the curly Q mountain and stuff like that. So I thought this one was really unique in itself, so I kind of, put my cartoon spin on it. And yeah, so I'll put that reference photo up here. So yes, that one's more realistic, but like I said, I did mine a little more cartoony. So without further ado, let's get into the frame and part one of Jack and Sally. All right, hey, bunny hands. Okay, so I have my two nails together and they are going to create one image. So I have done my background in Venalisa Pure Color Gel 1613. It's just black. I've used a buffer and buffed away the surface shine. I have used actually a Sharpie to block out my characters and where I want them. It's easier to see Sharpie over a buffed black versus a graphite pencil sometimes. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking my white, so 1530 in the Venalisa. It has a tacky layer, and I'm just going around my images and framing them in the white so that I can get the background color down first before I work on my characters. Okay, so I have cured that fully for 60 seconds, and now I'm going to take neon purple or very vibrant purple pigment, and I'm going to press it into the white using the HD 3D NSI brush. I like this brush specifically when I'm doing smaller gradients. I've told you guys this before in other videos, but I'm going to press that liberally and tap it into the tacky layer so that I have that bright purple background on the black, and that will be the setting or the frame of my characters. Okay, so now I'm going to use a soft brush and dust away the excess, just like so. So now when I put my two nails together, I know that those backgrounds are going to line up. So now I can set the Sally nail aside and work on the Jack nail. Jack is super easy to do. He's just black and white. So I'm going to start by doing his entire body in white. This will help me get, my crisp lines that I want and block him out over top of the frame. Like I want his elbow to come down over the frame and the tail of his coat to come down over the frame. So I'm going to retrace over my drawing that I have all in white, and then I'm going to fully cure it and come back in with the black. Okay, so now I'm going to cure the white fully, and now I'm going to go back over it. I know it seems like an oxymoron, but now that we have a nice white base instead of a crappy white base, so like if I had just gone over the black that I drew with black, I don't think it would look as good. But now I've got my character blocked out with his tie and everything, so I'm going to go back over in the black, and I'm going to start with doing the bat head on his tie, so I know where that marking is. And then I'm going to also block out that little opening in his jacket underneath the bat head. And then the rest of his jacket I will fill in with black, and I promise you there is a method to my madness. Okay, so now for his face, I do want a little more shading than, just the traditional white face. So when I have black in my brush, as you guys can see here, like I really, really pull the color out of my brush by wiping the brush on my tile. And then that allows me to get more of a gray, shadowy color when I have black in the bristles versus, dipping into a gray and then into a black. That's just a little tip that I'm going to give you. So I'm now just doing his facial features and adding some shading and basically bringing his face to life. Or is it death? I'm not sure. He's a skeleton that walks around. So I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Okay, so I am happy with the way his face looks. I'm now going to cure it. I gave it a 30-second cure. And now I'm going to add the details to his suit with the white. And now the same way I explained how I get the gray with my brush, I'm going to do the same thing with the white. So when I add the white to my brush, I really pull the brush through the color when I want, like, I leave more color in the brush when I want more of an intense white, and then I really pull it out through the color when I want more of a shaded tone. And I find that works to my advantage when adding the details to his suit here, because his suit is just such a very fine pinstripe, and there's just so many fine lines everywhere. I find getting that kind of dusty white look and pulling the brush over several times, you kind of get that illusion that you're doing a full pinstripe without having to do a million bazillion tiny lines. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding the details with some, I guess, sheared out white, you could say, to finish off his look. All right, so super happy with the way that his jacket looks. Now around the frame, I'm adding white first, and then I'm going to go in with black over top. I'm just kind of doing those little vine, curly Q vine things to the outside of the frame to kind of finish off the edges of the purple. So I'm going in with the white here, just like so. And now I'm going to I also forgot I'm going to do 2 little dots on his jacket, just like that. And then I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds just to get all of that cured. And then after that, I am going to go over top of the white that I just did around the frame with the black. Okay, so I have done the background piece in matte, and I have done the inner piece in shiny, so that we have a nice contrast and we can see the branches outlining that. So that is the first half of the Jack and Sally mural. So I hope you guys keep watching, and we'll finish the other half in the next video. Stay jazzy!